Good morning! It is Sunday, day 16, and I'm ready for a new week. I'm actually really excited about this new week because, as you saw in the last video, I got the Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, and I am so looking forward to this. I'm also looking forward to the next book that's on the shelf. So I'm like, ooh, once I get this done, the next book's gonna be an awesome pick too. So I'm just thrilled where the random number generator gods got us this week because this is exactly what I need. I'm not gonna really talk about this too much until I get into it a little bit, but I have to add my hour on here. So I've got my hour for today, and I'll be working on this for at least an hour, maybe a little bit more, but I really do need to stop messing around and get to Jade Legacy. I did read a little bit of this last night. Not a lot, because I got, let's see, I read like 10 pages, and then but it's getting so good. And I also have, not spoilers, but I've had a warning as to where I should be filming myself. And I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous video, so I'm just gonna mention it here again. It's a repeat if I mention it again. The Bookstar read-along group that I co-host, we all were talking about how this book is supposed to make us sob, make us cry, just make us have really big feelings. And one of the things we had agreed on was that we would vlog our journey reading Jade Legacy. Well, I forgot about that when I planned on doing my 1 week, 1 shelf challenge. When I started this, I didn't actually start vlogging my process of reading it as like a separate vlog. So then I was thinking, well, I'm doing daily vlogging, right? So I can still include those moments where I come across things that happen in this and have those emotional moments. And then I can just tuck them into these videos like at the end of the vlog or something, or closer to the end. So that way, if you're interested in knowing what my reactions are to this reportedly devastating book, and of course for those people who are in Bookstar read-alongs and are looking for those reactions, I will be giving them to you. I will be giving them to you. Today's gonna be a very busy day. Well, busy. I've got to edit yesterday's vlog and obviously get my hour of reading done with this, do some reading of this, then I can do some more reading of this. I've just got to get going on this. So I will definitely try and put most of my energy towards this, but I have to put a lot of energy towards this. And then we're gonna go get a graduation gift because we're going to a graduation party later on this, although it's looking kind of ugly outside, but we're going to a graduation party for a cousin / good friend who just finished her master's thesis. So she's like thrilled because it took a while to get there. She had a baby in the meantime. She's pregnant again. Like there's so much going on in her life. Huge deal. And so we're very excited for her. We're going to celebrate that. But for now, while I'm drinking my coffee that mom is so wonderfully and lovingly creating right now, I'm going to work on my vlog. Well, summer went into hiding again. It is cold. So as I was coming in from taking Cece outside, I noticed something exciting on my patio. And I was expecting this because my friend Brittany, longtime subscriber, she loves to do unhauls occasionally. Like the books that she's owned, she will unhaul and then she sends them to me. And then I get a whole bunch of new to me books. So she was able to get this out to me and it's heavy. So I can't wait to see what she sent me. She may have asked me, but this was a long time ago that we talked about this. So she may have asked me if these are books that I want, or she may have just sent some of the books that she was getting rid of. I don't remember, but we're gonna find out. I forgot about this. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, yes, I'm super excited. So one of the things Brittany had was the whole Scythe series. So we've got Scythe, Thunderhead, The Toll. I think these are the only books. There might be one book that is a short story book, isn't there? But this is the trilogy, and Scythe is one of the ones that I need to read for my 45 before 45. And I've really just been wanting to read this whole series because I've heard such amazing things. I know that some people haven't loved the second and third book in the series. but a lot of the people that I'm close to who have read the whole series have loved it all the way through. So I'm super, super excited. Brittany, this is amazing. Thank you so much. One of the series that she had started sending to me that I was really interested in because I had heard that it was such a popular series among a lot of YA readers during my time growing up. Although I think it was more popular in England than it was here because I think it's set in the UK, is this Georgia Nicholson series. So I have quite a few that she had already sent to me, and these are the other ones that I'm guessing she was still working on. So these are all by Louise Renison, and we've got Dancing in My Nutty Pants. Nutty Pants? Okay. And That's When It Fell Off in My Hand. Then He Ate My Boy Entrancers. These are interesting titles. Startled by His Furry Shorts. Lurv is a many-trousered thing. And then Stop in the Name of Pants. Fab New Confessions of Georgia Nicholson. And Are These My Bazoombas I See Before Me? Fab Final Confessions of Georgia Nicholson. So I was interested in reading this really popular series. I know that it's probably not as popular now, and I know that because it was written, in the 90s or something like that, it probably has some aspects of it that are, well, let's see. Oh, it looks like it was in the 2000s, early 2000s. So probably started in the 90s and went to the early 2000s. Because of that, it probably has some questionable content here and there. But at that age, I loved these types of books. And so I'd be interested in seeing what this series is all about. I think it'd be fun to read. I want to say thank you so much to Brittany for continuing my collection of the Georgia Nicholson series and for getting me all set up for Scythe, because I have been excited about this series for a long time. That's why this is on my 45 before 45, because I genuinely believe this is going to be a series for me. I think it's a topic that I will really enjoy, with a lot of great characters, and I just love that. And the sci-fi, like the aspect of death, and I just think it sounds amazing. So I've had some ideas. I've been watching a couple of BookTubers, and now that the weight of teaching is off my shoulders and summer is actually like, I'm facing summer head on, I came up with some things that I want to add to my challenges this summer, because why not? And I'm having such a good time doing this daily vlogging, 1 week, 1 shelf stuff. It's going pretty well, in my opinion. I mean, even though I'm not getting through a ton of books, I'm still sticking with it, and I'm doing that hour of reading almost every day. I'm getting that hour of reading done, even if it's not every single day. The first thing Mom and I both decided to do, because we watched Darling Desi's latest, plans for the summer video. She's a very seasonal, aesthetically pleasing booktuber, and I enjoy watching her seasonal videos. So I will link her summer video down below, and we watched this, and it made me think, I want to get more summery stuff in, and I'm already doing a lot of stuff for the summer. How can I make that work with bookish content? How can I make that work with doing more activities that are summer-ish? And Mom and I thought it would be fun to do a bingo card, and I was also inspired by the summer reading challenge that the kids get to do at the school, because the local librarian came in and was telling the kids about the prizes they can get for getting tic-tac-toes or finishing their summer goals and filling out the bingo board. And I was like, yes. So Mom and I came up with a bingo board idea, and it's gonna look kind of like this, although it'll have 4. This is just like my mock-up. It's gonna have 4 by 4. It's 4 by 4, and it has 2 sides because each one is going to have a word that we decided we associate with summer, and half of it will be a book prompt. It's not going to be a specific prompt. The prompt is that word, so using that word to pick a book. And the other side is going to be an activity, so using that word to pick an activity, a summer activity. The other part of this, of course, is the reward aspect of it, and Mom and I came up together with a really long list. Here's our 16 words, and then there's our list of different rewards that we're going to put each of us are going to get our own jar. We're going to put our rewards in our jar because there's going to be things that I'm going to want that mom's not going to want. Like I put camping on mine, going camping. Mom doesn't want to go camping, so she's not going to put that on hers. And then collecting seashells at the beach. Mom loves doing that. That's just not my favorite thing. So there's going to be a few things that are rewards that will be different, but a lot of these rewards will probably both put in our reward jars. So that every time we get a bingo, we get to pull a reward out of the jar. And this has double the amount of bingos because this is a bingo for 1 square, but this is also a bingo. So if I got the pinks. So like diagonal is actually 2 bingo possibilities this way, diagonal this way is 2 possibilities. Let's see. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and it's 4 by 4. So 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and then blackout with the blue or the activity is 21, and blackout with the book is 22. So there's 22 possible bingos that we can get here. And that means 22 possible rewards over the summer. So I'm gonna work on creating a bingo board. Like this is my mock-up just so I could explain a little bit what I was thinking to my mom and we could talk through it. My plan is to get it done before June 20th because June 20th is the summer equinox. So technically here in the Northern Hemisphere, summer's starting on June 20th and it ends on September 22nd. So we have that whole time. It's not the same as a summer reading challenge, but for us, we're going the length of summer to fulfill as many from this bingo board as possible. My second idea has to do with the video that Meg from Meg with Books just came out with. There's that whole challenge that everybody's been doing, reading the number of minutes for screen time. And I like that challenge. I haven't been successful at it in the past because I've tried doing it while I was working and it didn't happen. But because I'm coming into a period where I'm not going to be working, I was thinking, well, what she's doing is the number of times you pick up your phone per day. And I noticed that not only do I spend too much time scrolling on my phone, but I also pick up my phone a lot. It's become a habit. When I'm bored, I pick up my phone. When I take my dog out for a walk, I use my phone. Like I'm constantly just picking it up because my brain is like, oh, I have some free time, need to focus on that. And it would be nice to really pay attention to how many times I pick up my phone in a day and be more cognizant of that because I have been feeling a lot like I spend too much time with my phone lately. So I want to focus on that this summer and like make that be something that I don't do. I mean, I will be using my phone a lot this summer for filming and whatnot, and I'm traveling, so it helps for navigational purposes. But it would be nice to just be in the moment more and not need to pick up my phone, spend more time in my brain reflecting. And so just kind of having a week where I look at the number of times I picked up my phone. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna look at the previous week at the same day for the previous week. So say today is Sunday, I'm gonna look at the previous Sunday and see how many pickups I have for that day. Then of course, I'm gonna start with the hour I have planned on working with every single day. So I got my hour of reading that I have to do. I'm gonna add to that hour the number of minutes that is equal to the number of pickups I had. And this is different than how Meg with Books did it because she actually did the number of pickups is equal to how many pages she would read for that day. But I wanted to go with minutes because I'm already working in minutes. So for example, I'm currently at 52 minutes for today because I've only read 8 minutes so far today. Been busy doing other things. So if I look at my screen time information, I look specifically at the number of times I picked up my phone last Sunday, June 9th. You can see here, I picked up my phone 58 times. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of times that I just went, picked up my phone, looked at it. So I'm going to add 58 minutes to this. Wow. I'm starting back at that hour because it's an hour. If I add 8 minutes to 52, that's an hour. So 1 hour and then 50 minutes. That'll take time to do. So my new time for today is an hour and 50 minutes. It would have been an hour 58, but because I've already read that 8 minutes, it's an hour and 50 minutes. So I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to work on this for an hour and 50 minutes, and it'll have to be later on this evening because I need to go take a shower and get ready for what we're doing this afternoon. So I've got a bit of reading to do, and that's what I'm going to do for each day. At least for this week. I don't know if I'm going to do it the following week. We'll see. But for this week, for the 7 days that are part of week 3, I'm going to think about the number of times I picked up my phone for the same day the prior week and add that to my hour each day. So yeah, let's hope that there are less. tomorrow, because tomorrow's a work day. And let's hope that once I get home this evening, I spend time reading for an hour and 50 minutes. So I will also link Meg's video down below so you can go check it out, see what she's doing with her pickups or what she did with her pickups. And this is what I'm going to be attempting to do. And it really is just meant to make me more cognizant about what I've been doing with my phone. All right, I'm home finally, quite a few hours later. It's like 8 p.m. and it was wonderful. I guess I really needed to flex my social muscle because I talked a lot. Just had fun catching up with people I haven't seen in a while and chatting a lot to everybody. So it was a great time. I'm glad I took the time. Sometimes it's hard. I'm tired and I feel like I don't want to get out and be social. But then when I am, you know, I am an extrovert, so I do get a lot of social recharge from, it's funny because like teaching wears my social battery down. But as an extrovert, I do get built up. I get energized through social interactions. So how does that work? I don't understand it. So I feel like this was a really good day for me. You know, it was a really good time that I spent with people that I care about. And now I need to get back to my reading. I've got about an hour and 20 minutes or so. I'm not exactly sure, but I've got to work on the Thursday Murder Club. I'm not quite ready to give you a synopsis yet, but I will be able to give you something of that before I go to bed tonight. Okay, so I made it. There's my summer book bingo. Actually, I can't take full credit for it because I got a template from Canva. So all this beachy stuff was already on there. But then I created these squares to look like this so that we've got our half will be for the activity and half will be for the book. And so that I can fill this out. I've got beach, shells, water, flowers along the top, friendship, fruit, summer camp, sunset, the second row, reading, boat, iced hot for the third row, road trip, fairs, outside, and relax for the fourth row. And that's my summer book bingo. And I'm going to link a copy of this down below. So if you feel like doing it, you're welcome to. You're invited to. We'd love for you to do it as well. And let us know how it goes for you in the comments. All right, so I'm currently 39 pages into this and I have 51 minutes left of reading for the day. It's already almost 10. So I'm going to take the book to bed with my timer and read as much as I can before falling asleep. But I'm going to probably have to add whatever time I have left over today to tomorrow. This woman named Joyce has joined the Thursday Murder Club as the 4th member, and she is writing in her journal all about it. She's a very organized person, so we're learning about her and kind of why they included her. She lived most of her life as a nurse. It was started by this woman who is now in the nursing home, so she's not actually able to join the Thursday Murder Club anymore, but it was started by her and this lady named Elizabeth, who is currently part of the Thursday Murder Club. They had backgrounds in, well, Penny, who's in the nursing home now, she was a police. And so she was able to get access to unsolved cases. So now Elizabeth, Ibrahim, Ron, and Joyce, who has recently joined, each of them has unique skills that allows them to be useful in trying to solve these cases. But alongside this, we have the owner of this expensive retirement home. His name is Ian Ventham, and he is awful. He's awful, but his character is bringing a lot of the humor out of this. Like, we're getting a lot of the humor through him because he's just absolutely narcissistic. Such an awful person. Really cares about nothing except making money and being a success. I've cracked up quite a few times, laughed out loud quite a few times for some of the things that have either come up in his mind, like things he's thought of, or just things that have been described in the section, like little jokes that Richard Osman's put in this. And so I'm definitely enjoying the humor so far. Cleverly written. I do like the writing. It's very small writing, so it may take me a little longer than I thought it was going to take me to get through this. But I also think that sometimes it just takes your brain a little time to adjust to a new style of writing. And this is definitely different than Lake's Edge and the nonfiction Galileo's Daughter that I was reading. At this point, I don't really know what the main plot of the story is. Obviously, the owner of this retirement facility is going to be an aspect of it, right? He's got to be a part of it because they're focusing on him quite a bit. We'll see what the timeline looks like as I get further along in this and if I'm going to get confused. But I don't think so. It doesn't feel like it's going to be a confusing read. It just feels like I need to give it a little time to see where these perspective changes, time changes all come together so I understand exactly what's going on. So I'm going to take my book to bed, read a little bit more before I fall asleep, but I think I'm going to close out here because it's getting late and I don't know how much longer I'll stay awake. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you can see what happens tomorrow, my last official day substitute teaching. Because even though I'm going to go in on Tuesday, I won't be subbing that day. I'll just be there to cry while the 5th graders are finishing out their last day of school. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But tomorrow, dunk tank. I got to pack a bag of change of clothes. Why did I volunteer to do that? That's wild. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.